What's happening, fishing friends? Welcome to another episode. Today we got a pretty fun little unboxing here because it's something a little bit different. I've got a couple JDM hookups who often send me stuff, subscribe fishing friends. I've got a couple things here that they sent me, a couple things that I picked up, so we're not going to waste any time. Number one, I've said I wanted to get into swimbait fishing more, so I picked up a new reel. This is the Scorpion MD, the 300. Now, this is the exact same as the brand new Tranks. This is the JDM version of it, which is their Scorpion. And this thing is an absolute beauty. Gray, red, black. I absolutely love it. Oftentimes, the JDM market will have a similar reel, like, for example, the Craw's. They don't have those over on the JDM market. Those are made for the US market, so they'll have like a Scorpion that looks the same, or, you know, some comparable reel. But in this case, from everything I've read, the Scorpion, this one, the 300, is exactly the same as the Tranks. Now, this one comes with the power handles, which is why I got it, the larger round handle knobs here. The reel is absolutely gorgeous. Now, I'm going to do more of an in-depth kind of breakdown on this, showing it, comparing it to some similar reels, because this thing is a beauty. And look at this. For a 300 size reel, it's not that big at all. It feels just a little bit bigger than a Craw. So I think this is going to be a fun one to do some testing out, trying some swim baits and stuff, because it's gotten so popular. I want to get into it more, chase maybe a couple of those big fish on it. Not exclusively that, but I think it'll be an interesting little adventure. So there we go, the brand new Scorpion, and she is a head turner. The second reel that I got my hands on. Now, why not just get the, you know, the reels we have here? Well, I found extremely good sales on these. That Scorpion, the Tranks that they're selling now is $300. The Scorpion, excuse me, the Shimano Tranks here, the exact same reel I got JDM from Japan for 170 bucks. Same thing here. Now, I blame this purchase on Fishing with Gramps, Mr. JT, because he, I believe, I'm 95% sure he was the one that said that he likes the SLX DC XT. This reel, he likes it more than the Debos Zillion. Now, listen, you all know the Debos Zillion is my favorite reel on the market right now, so to say this, the SLX DC XT 70, a little bit smaller size, is better than the Zillion? But I can tell you that after getting my hands on this, looking at it, feeling it, I can see how this is going to be an interesting reel to test out. And if I click this front reel to open, click this piece to open the thing. A lot of people have said this one is so much better because if you can see it there, it's got the IDC5. So it's got the newer, I guess, updated chip in it of DC type reel. So if you have like the regular SLX DC XT, I think that's the IDC4. So this is essentially an upgraded version of that. It's supposed to be an absolute awesome caster. It's a small size, good little palmable reel here. So I'm thinking, you know, smaller topwaters, jerkbaits, things where you don't need a ton of line capacity, you can see there. And again, I'm going to do a full video on this, breaking it down after I get to use it and stuff. But it is a sweet little reel. Wish I had a little bit bigger handles and handle knobs. I'm not a fan of that, but overall the reel feels pretty darn sweet. So we'll have to see how that one does in testing the new little DC reel. So this is one that I got. Multiple people have asked me to try some of these. Now, I don't know if they're all this way. I was completely surprised when I opened this up. It's the Deps. There's Mr. Stubby Dog, heard me down here. The Deps Slide Swimmer 175. Now, I didn't know. This is the slow sinking model. I didn't know, but if you see this here, look at that. These have like a soft plastic coating. Is that how all these are? I don't know. I'm not a big swim bait guy, but this size to me is not too big at all. It seems like very manageable to throw on a lot of tackle. Maybe only a couple, does it say? 2.5 ounces maybe as a guess. Look at that, 2.5 ounces exactly. It is 175 millimeters. Like just a little over 7 inches, something like that. It is a really cool looking bait, but yeah, I had no idea they have this like soft rubber shell. Same thing for the tail, it's this soft rubber. So I don't know, maybe that's how they all are. Maybe this is a new one. I don't know. I picked it up because it was shown on the website. There's places like Digitaka is a great place to get stuff from. Japan Tackle Shop or something was a new one that just got showed to me. And like I said, my JDM hookup finds me stuff and sends it over here. John, appreciate you. Love you, buddy. But anyway, this one is absolutely awesome. So do some testing of this out. See how that works. But I really like the soft like coating on it. Really neat. Sticking with the swim bait thing, I also had to get one of these. Also a slow sink, 115 millimeter body, 22 grams, whatever that comes out to be. I don't know. Is that like an ounce? I'm not sure on my gram to ounce changeover, but this is the same thing. This depth swimmer, look. Is that? Look at the thing in the head there. You see that moving inside there? I don't know what that is. Casting deal or a rattle? This is the new Slide Swimmer 115. So same thing, it's got that soft plastic, rubbery like coating that you can see there, but this is a little small size. Pink like this, I always think with some of the spotted bass. We have a lake out here by us with spots and smallies. Maybe something like this, you can see not very big at all, 3 inches. It's like a 5-inch bait. So pretty cool little thing. Like I said, I'm just getting my toes wet in some of this swim bait stuff, but that's very manageable to throw on like a, you know, a crankbait combo or something like that, medium heavy, and do well with it. So that one looks neat. Next up, this was a shout out to my guy, Yak and TN. Probably the thing I was most excited for. I ordered off a site that he showed me, Japan fishing tackle or something like that. I'll leave it linked below, but it's these, new from Jackall. They have an 1/8 ounce little miniature chatterbait. So I had some of these before. If you remember when I went up to Michigan and met the AAA guys and Ethan up there to fish with them, I was throwing these. It was like the Jackall Dara vibe or something. I don't know. It was their old little miniature chatterbait, 1/8 ounce, just like this, but you could never find them. And I'm guessing maybe this is why, because they were coming out with this. It's got some wires here, which help to keep it weedless. And then it's also got 2 wires down here, if you can see those. 2 wires on the bottom of it, and it's supposed to help it come up and over and around wood better, which is one of the places I absolutely lose the most chatterbait. So this is just a little tiny 1/8 ounce. I've got it on my BFS combo here. I put one of the Great Lakes drop shot deals on the back just as a straight tail thing, and it looks absolutely killer. Talk about a little crappie looking bait like that. Oh my gosh, I am the most excited to throw these, because throwing those little chatters up there, you know, in pressured waters and stuff, guess maybe more to come on some of the BFS stuff here. Pretty cool little setup. Sorry, I didn't even tell you the name of it. It's the Jackall. This is the new Super Break Blade, as you can see, in the 1/8 ounce. So I got this white and chartreuse color, that other color which was like a crappie white with like a green pumpkin top. I got a darker color, and I don't know what the colors are because it's all in Japanese on the back, so I can't tell you. I don't know. But anyway, this is cool. Oh, and they're a tungsten head, which is really cool, which keeps the head size of these down, makes that, you know, the actual jig head part smaller. Dual wire weed guard there, as you can see. Really cool design. I hope this helps keep it out of the wood and stuff. I got the, of course, the white and purple, and then a like white gold. So really neat, cool color. That one's even got the gold blade, Kamimic bluegill, bunch of stuff, but I'm probably the most excited to throw this one. On that same order, we didn't even share what we were getting. Adam, is that his name? Oh my gosh, I forget his name, Yak and TN. But he also picked up one of these baby Giron or Giron. I saw the AAA guys talking about this, and it was on the very front home page of it. From what I understand, these are kind of tough to get. I don't know. I haven't really looked at them. I just saw it there and remembered the AAA guys. It's a little tiny bluegill. What's the size? 61 millimeter sinking, and it's 7.8 grams. I don't know. You'll have to convert that to ounces, but it's light enough to throw on your, you know, little BFS stuff. You could throw it on a spinning rod too, whatever your tickles your fancy. But that is a really, really neat looking little see-through. It's just got a little chartreuse spot there you can see, but a little see-through natural looking gill. So some of the ponds and stuff around here, I'm definitely excited to throw that. Next up is a pretty neat one from Jackall. This is the Cover Craw. Subscribe Fishing Friends sent me some of the bigger size of these quite some time ago. I tried them just as a jig trailer, pretty cool. But the reason I picked these up, somebody told me to get these because they have the new 3-inch, okay? And the cool part about these is if you rig them backwards, so if you take the hook point here, put your hook in, and so the hook eye is up here, your EWG hook, so you tie your hook here. When you throw this in, instead of it just going straight down, it'll actually glide backwards. So if you remember like the old flying lure, it was an as seen on TV lure that was actually pretty cool, that worked. So if you're flipping like docks or brush, you can flip to the front of it and it glides backwards down into it. So kind of a cool little bait, just a little 3-inch version here. Good little finesse. I was thinking maybe on like a light free rig, or you could even take like a little nail weight and put it in the nose of it. Have it glide down backwards. So kind of cool, just a different way to approach some of those spots, maybe finicky spots. Neat looking little crawfish there. So that was like the green pumpkin with bluish green flake. That was the first color there. I got one that's pretty cool, like a green pumpkinish brown top, then you flip it around and it's got like a lighter belly with a whole bunch of red flake in it. More of your natural craw, green pumpkin, brownish, and then it's got like a lighter brown, almost like an orange belly. And then the last one I got, this kind of to me reminds me of like the blue fleck color. So this purpley kind of plum color, and then it's got a bunch of blue fleck all throughout the plastic. Pretty cool. We'll give those a try this spring. All right, sticking with the smaller BFS stuff, I got a couple of these. These are also from Jackall, the TN38s. So these I'm going to toss on the old BFS reel. Look at these little dudes. Talk about looking just like a little baby bluegill. It's got that silver kind of belly, some blue, green up top. If only it had some purple on it, but that thing is so cool. Just a little tiny thing. 38 millimeters, 5.1 grams. That's just a sweet little lipless. Now I got the ones in silent. I think silent stuff is underrated, especially being with a little small finesse bait like this. You know, when those fish are picky, you know, the sun's up, you know, maybe you're seeing fish, but they're kind of skittish. Throwing something around like this, you know, not intrusive, not loud, something that they just don't see. So really like that one. Got that color, the green, and then got this kind of a bluegill painted pattern. Both of them look really good. Excited to toss those. Also, BFS or ultralight. I know everybody's going, oh gosh, Debo, ultralight. Hey, listen, it's been fun to mix it in, and the stuff is so popular. It just keeps growing. How do you open this? So for me, if I can just go out on a day, you know, I only get maybe 3 days a week, sometimes 4 if I'm lucky. 3 days a week to fish. Usually if I can go out and have some fun and catch some fish, I want to do it. And if I can maybe find some crappie, some picky bass on something like this, how cool is that little thing? It's got the weight all up here to keep it running straight. It's got the little underspin under it, just a little tiny finesse hook on it. So I think this could be a lot of fun. Little tiny finesse rig like this, again, on those sunny days or days where fish are just really picky. Pretty neat little deal there. A little, like, I don't know, 1.5 inch paddle tail or something on that. Pretty cool. Sorry, did I say the name of that? It's from Zappu, the Micro Bredy? Bredy? I don't know. Cool. And then this. So listen, ordering straight from Japan, my hookup is able to find Megabass Vision 110s for like $13. Still, you know, a little bit more expensive, but better than the 20, 25, whatever they are here in the States. Everybody pretty much hates on me when I say, you know, I think the Vision 110 might be a little overrated. For the money is what I'm saying. I think they're overrated. Paying $25 when I could get like 2 Stunnas or 2, you know, Provoke, something like this. When I can get a 2 for 1, oftentimes I'm fishing the other one. But if I can get these for $13, basically the price of a lot of those other jerkbaits, why not? So I got more to try. I got the juniors. This is the 110 plus 1 junior. I've got a couple of these. It was from, oh my gosh, basically Subscribe Fishing Friends sending these over, hooking me up because I'd never used really the Megabass until a few years ago. They're just so darn expensive. But this color is Wagin Setsuki Ayu. Wagin, I don't know how you say it, but kind of a cool pearly. It's got the purple leading up into the greenish kind of gold back color shifts. I will tell you one thing, Megabass colors are spot on cool. Some of the coolest colors out there. The hooks on these, as you can see, are super sticky sharp, but a little bit deeper diving. I've got some of the regular, and I've got some of these in here, the regular 110 juniors, kind of a shallower diver. So I wanted that small profile that gets a little deeper. I also got that in the Wagin Okawa. I don't know how you say these names. I don't speak fluent Japanese. Trying my best here, folks, but that's a cool one. It's kind of like a color change, goes from like this rosy purplish pink into like a copper on these kind of wavy sides. You can see, you know, that flashing. It's going to give a really cool look flashing around in the water as you're working that. So cool. And then these are the ones, ones that I've used that I have caught fish on, and I like them. These little 110 juniors. I got this, kind of looks like a trout they call GLX, rainbow. Okay, yeah, looks like a rainbow trout. Okay. Takumi Seochi Au. I don't know what the heck, how you pronounce this, but this one's really neat. This silvery, and I like how they have like the dots, you know, the other things up here, because when that's flashing, you see how that interacts? How it kind of gives off that different look, but a pearly going up to like a chrome, and then the dark green back. Just a very natural baitfish looking color. F.A. Kiss You AU. I don't know if this is a special color. It says Fine Art Finish. And holy smokes, I will say the paint job on this one is super neat. It's this pearly kind of translucent green pearl with like a yellow, and then goes into this like highlight pearl green color, into that kind of color shift greenish red gold back. Yeah, the colors, the paint jobs on these are absolutely spectacular. Great looking, but that's a really cool one there. I don't know, it's like translucent, but gives you different colors as it shifts. So gonna definitely put some more time in with these Division 110s because everybody's hating on old Debo, and they are nice. They're great hardware and everything. It's not the fact that they don't work, it's just for the money, but 13 bucks, not bad. Okay, so these were some of the freebies from my buddy. He sent me a Megabass Big Gabot. So if y'all remember a few years back, I used this and absolutely crushed that day. I don't know how many fish I caught. By the end of the day, I was skipping it up under trees. I was fishing it in grass, all kinds of stuff. And the front of this, they call it, which makes me chuckle, a catamaran mouth. This is what it looks like here on the front of it. So you can see it's this indented mouth with two like little cups. And it's like taking the water and going psh, psh. It gives this really neat splash. Good sharp hooks on it. It's a soft body. I had such a good day on that. I was using the black and gold one, Hawkeye colors, you know. But this is black and blue, so he knows I like the dark colored frog. Cut up those legs a little bit, and that thing is pretty sweet. It's a little bit more pricey frog, but man, that thing has some cool action to it. He threw in a couple of these. One I took out to look at. It's the Evergreen Last Ace. Your shad, minnow looking profile. Don't know much about them. They are a nose or a line through where the line goes through the nose there. So you don't use like a jig head or anything. It comes with a treble hook. And this one I just opened to pull out and look. I forget what color this one is, but it looks like a wiper. Could be like a crappie, a number of things. Comes with the hook there, and there's a hole in the head here. So you run your line through, tie it to this. So it's going to have your treble hook on the bottom. Pretty soft. Yeah, I don't know. Don't know much about these. Interesting looking bait. We'll throw that and see what it does. He threw in a couple 110Rs. He knows I like the purple. I don't know what the 110R is. I was looking online real quick before, and it's like retrieve. I'll have to look. So I don't know what's really different about these. If it's not as much of a suspending, but it's still the Megabass 110, but it's this R version. So I'll have to look at it more. I don't know if this is more of float or sink or what. Still the same profile and stuff to it. Looks great. It's like the white and purple Kohuku reaction. And then sent me one of the deeper diving Vision 110. Well, this is just a regular. So this is the larger size, the Vision 110, but it's the +1. So the deeper diving. This color is sweet. End Max, it says. But yeah, that color is reflective, orangish, chartreuse, up into a purple. Very cool, brother. I appreciate those. Sent me a couple different chatterbaits. So this is OSP metal blade jig, and you can see it's attached to the nose of it there. I wonder how many more of these. This might not be new. You know, I don't know if the Z-Man patent and all that worked, you know, in Japan too, or if this is an old chatterbait. I don't know anything about it. Or if this is just coming out because the patent is up too. So the first thing I'm noticing, kind of interesting there, the keeper. I wonder if that's got a hole in it. So you take your toothpick, stick through it, and break it off on each side to keep it in there. Or if that's something different. I know there's some companies that do that. Or some people would just do that in front of the holder here to help hold it on. But it's got a couple lighter weed guards up here. They're not super heavy, as you can see. So it might help just a little bit. I don't know how much that's going to keep you out of wood and stuff, though. The business end up here, it is hand-tied, it looks like. Yeah, I think that's hand-tied on there, if I can tell. And then this, so where it connects, it's a larger ring up here. So I don't know how well that's going to do, if it's going to give it a different deal to it. And it's definitely a different blade shape than the regular Z-Man stuff too. So pretty cool. Looks like it's got a decent clasp on the front of it. Interesting to see how that thing will do. Kind of a rounded oblong kind of head shape. Kind of cool eyes on it. That one was green pumpkin blue flake. Oh, I don't know. I can't read it, but this is kind of like your crappie bluegill looking color again too from OSP. Pretty neat. So he said this was like a limited run or something. I don't know. It had a bag. This, he said, apparently kind of hard to get. It's from Gancraft. I don't know why they give you a special paper bag. Gancraft 2025. And it comes with 3 lures. He said, I saw this and had to get it for you. So this says a first shot model. It's the Jointed Claw Shift 113. So it's a little glide bait, but look at this. It's like a frickin' purple snake skin, I guess you would call it. So it's got this kind of soft tail part back here, but it's got a hard part connected to it, but it sticks into there. Like, really weird. Usually it's just the end, the little rubber tail piece. But this also has the piece back here and then your main joint up here. So as it says it's supposed to have like a really cool snake-like, you know, gliding, swimming action. It's not very big either. I don't know how much does this weigh? Half ounce. This thing only weighs a half ounce. I can throw this on my spinnerbait rod, dude. Look at that thing. How neat. I know nothing about these. It looks cool as heck though. That'll be fun to try out. That purple is sick. Also comes with this one, a jointed claw 128, 3/4 ounce class. So still, you don't need a special swim bait rod for this. This is like a silver, it's got like a pearl belly, like a foily silver finish to it, and then like kind of the perch stripe stuff on it. It looks really neat. Cool little swim bait, especially for a guy like me trying to get into it instead of throwing a big 10-inch swim bait that I have absolutely no confidence in. Something like this is absolutely cool. Look at that. And then like the rubber tail. Cool. And the last thing in here, sticking with the BFS, these tiny lures, this might be my second thing that I'm the most excited to throw. 4.1 grams, 70 millimeters. This thing is tiny. Look at that. Not even 3 inches. Just shy of, maybe right at 3 inches. This is just a little dude. It's got a little clasp on the front, little tiny hooks, size 6 hooks maybe, I don't know. This thing is tiny for like a little BFS spinning bait or a spinning rod. Swim bait? Are these normal? I don't know. I've never seen these. This thing looks absolutely awesome. This should be a lot of fun. I've got a bunch of lures in here that I'm excited to try out. The JDM stuff, man, I'm just dipping my toes into a lot of this. It's thanks to a lot of you fishing friends for sending stuff my way, telling me about these. Comment below, let me know what your favorite is. Of course, my guys, Adam, John, Yak and TN, Yak in Tennessee, you guys, I appreciate the heck out of all of you for giving me the heads up, sending me stuff over. Maybe the only one I have a bone to pick with is Fishing with Gramps. We'll see how this new little SLX DC goes. Had a lot of subscribed fishing friends tell me to pick up one of these too because they liked it. I don't know. It's got big shoes to fill living up to the zillion. So comment below, let me know. Otherwise, I appreciate the heck out of you all making these videos possible to do the, the gear and all this stuff. It wouldn't be possible without all of you subscribing, watching, supporting me. So thank you all very much. I've got to edit. Thanks for watching, and until next time.